Folks Community TV presents Hockey Talk with the Olds Grizzlies. Hosted by Hugh Bodmer.
The coach of the Olds Grizzlies.
Hockey Talk with the Olds Grizzlies is sponsored by Hugh Bodmer, CIR Realty in Olds.
Welcome to Hockey Talk this evening with Jeremy Reich, the assistant coach and general manager of the Canmore Eagles. Jeremy, welcome to the program, and tell us a little bit about your team this year.
You know, it's been an interesting season. We're 500 right now. We started off a little slow and you know, kind of got our act together a bit. But you know, it's the parity in the league is probably the best since I've been here, which I've seen. And you know, any team can beat anybody on any given night. You know, it wasn't like that a few years ago, but I think the league has done a good job of, you know, cracking down on a few things, and it's been good.
Where do the majority of your players come from?
We have quite a few guys from around Calgary area. You know, north, south of Calgary. So the majority of guys are from around that area. Yep.
So what's your your age distribution?
16 to 20-year-olds is we have. You know, it's tough to crack the league as a 16-year-old. We have one right now, but you know, it's very rare. 16, you're not quite developed as you know. There's 6 20-year-olds playing on each team, and it's a little bit of a challenge for guys when they're 16 to play. But you know, you see a few on each team. But you know, majority of our age group is, you know, 18, 19, 20-year-olds. So.
One of the emphases of Junior A hockey, of course, is furthering their education. Is there some players on your team that are getting a look in terms of the NCAA?
Yeah, absolutely. We've had quite a few guys that have garnered some interest from you know, a few schools. It's a process. The schools, it's not their first time doing it, so they do their homework. They from parents to backgrounds and everything, and you know, which they should. So it's you know, it's a process, but you know, we have quite a few guys that are definitely have an opportunity to continue their career. Yeah.
Did you play at that level?
I played in the Western Hockey League, actually, and then I went pro from there. So retired and then moved out to Canmore when I retired. So.
Where'd you play pro?
I played in the American Hockey League in Syracuse, Providence, Bridgeport, and then I played a few games with the Columbus Blue Jackets, and then about a year and a half with Boston.
Were you drafted?
I was drafted by Chicago, yeah, in the second round in 1997.
Oh, that'd be pretty nice thing to have on your resume.
Yeah, it was good. I ended up not signing with Chicago and ended up signing with Columbus as a free agent after my 20-year-old year in Swift Current with the Swift Current Broncos. So, you know, it was a little disheartening at the time not to sign with Chicago, but you know, it worked out good in the end. So.
Given the fact that you played in the WHL and now that you've seen the you know, kind of the impact and effect of the NCAA and education and so on, if you had it to do over again, would you still make the same choice?
You know, that's a tough question. You know, the path I took, you know, it worked out for me. If it wouldn't have worked out, maybe I am telling you and giving you a different answer. But you know, it worked out for me. Every kid's different. Every situation is different. Even my last couple of years playing in pro, I even seen NHL teams are giving guys that go the NCAA route a little longer look because they got 4 more years to have a look at them before they got to sign them. So the game's changing a little bit. I mean, both leagues are good routes to get to the NHL when guys are trying to get there. But it's just the NCAA is maybe it's a little different path in the Western Hockey League. Yeah.
Canmore is a smaller community. How are you finding being able to attract talent?
It's good and it's bad. It's we've gotten a lot better the last couple of years. Canmore is a beautiful spot to live. I mean, yeah, the scenery speaks for itself when you come out there, and you know, the Calgary area kids are familiar with it. Myself, I had never been to Canmore before I went there, so it was new to me. And you know, a few of the kids that we talked to had never been out there, so it's you know, we try to get them out and see the area. And you know, we've had success in the last couple of years. Last year we had a pretty decent year. You know, we lost in the second round of the playoffs, but you know, I think we're getting better every year. And when you win and you're having success, it's a lot easier to recruit that way. So.
You indicated to me that you are the assistant general manager. Can you describe kind of your typical duties?
You know, Andrew and myself, Andrew Milne is the general manager. We you know, the day-to-day operations is, you know, we're constantly watching video and from anything from booking hotels to the bus trips, cutting video and just in practices. So we pretty much do the majority of the stuff. We have a staff in Canmore. Obviously our president and then our board and governor and stuff are great, and we have a marketing guy there, John Ross, who's great as well. So collectively as a group, we kind of just put our heads together and run the day-to-day stuff. So.
One of the kind of the catchphrases right now in hockey, it seems to me, is analytics. Do you have any experience, or do you have any thoughts on analytics as it may apply at this level?
That's funny you should ask that. Andrew and I were just talking about that today. There's a couple teams in the league, in the Western League for sure, that are trying that out now, and it's the game's changing. We use a lot more stats and compare stuff than when I played for sure. It's becoming a part of the game, and whether it works, I guess it works in certain areas. I don't like to throw a lot of stock into it. There's stuff that definitely helps us that we use as a coaching staff that helps us make decisions and actually just give feedback to players, which is great for us teaching them. So overall, I think it's a good tool for teams to have. Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about tonight's game. You're facing the Olds Grizzlies. What are you expecting out of them?
Pretty much the same thing that I've seen since I've been in the league in 3 years here is, they're a team that prides themselves on working hard, and we know what we're going to get out of them every night when we come in here, and we tell our guys that if we don't outwork them, you don't have a good chance of winning. So when we play hard and they play hard, is usually good games, and we know the identity of their club and the way Hoffy coaches, and he prides himself on hard work, and unlike a lot of teams in the league, but we know what we're going to get out of them every night. So,
well, good luck tonight, and it was good talking to you.
Thank you very much.
Watch Olds Community TV on Channel 148 on the ONET IPTV network, or catch us on the web at www.octv.ca.